Okay, so I'm doing this video. I was trying to explain to the guy over in Finland that has a bunch of kitty cats how to grease the bearings without taking them all apart. I know you can hammer those out and pry the seals out with a screwdriver once you have it in the vise. Usually wreck part of the seal and they leak and they get full of water. So anyways, it's kind of brake parts cleaner, clean flow. Spray it around there, clean that off. Spray it around the socket. Wipe it off with a rag. Crazy glue around the seal. Glue the socket onto the thing, wait 10 minutes, and then pull it off. Like I said, I'm gonna have to do this in 2 pieces for him to try to explain it to him. He doesn't speak any English, and he's got a hold of me through the Facebook and then through my email on my Rolls Royce Merlin channel. Anyways, like I say, work for a British guy. We used to restore high-end cars and lots of the stuff. Before we even installed the bearing, we would take it apart and fill it full of white grease or super grease or something else just so it would last forever. Very little grease put in the bearing from the factory. That one there's probably got about 2 or 3% of the void inside that actually has grease in it. They're really cheap on it. Some engineer somewhere has decided that, you know, if they can replace a bearing 10 years down the road and it's out of warranty, why would they bother putting an extra 1/4 teaspoon of grease in each bearing? So anyways, this is the way that we used to do it on British sports cars and high-end race cars. We would just glue the socket onto the rubber, twist it up out of there, cut the rubber seal off with a razor blade, didn't hurt it at all, and then just put it back in with a popsicle stick or your fingernail if you could make it. We had some that were quite down deep inside recesses, like some were down 2 or 3 inches and you had to use the socket and wiggle them back in, but it didn't damage the seal at all. We never had any leak at all, and it was a really cheap and efficient way to take a bearing that's seal bearing and grease it. And like I say, we used to do lots of them. We greased them before we installed them on most of the high-end cars because they didn't come with very much grease in them from the factory.